change the backyard way. Let's get all this crap off. This is my dad's van, and we're going to be doing a neglected oil change van. First thing I would do is take the, I've been the one keeping this van alive, take the oil cap off. Allows lack of pressure, allows free flowing for the oil. Got your oil drain plug, and we're still rolling. I hate this camera so much when it's on my head. Yeah, we're still rolling. Cool. Alright. There's going to be two things that we need to do. Drain the oil and get the oil filter off. And for that, we're going to, this drain plug, I've used it before. Because I can say I'm the one that works on this car. And the one that keeps it alive. So I used the same drain plug last time. This one is from O'Reilly's. It's a 17 millimeter. I always put new drain plugs in. It's just something I do. It's just keeping everything new when you're doing an oil change is like $2. Like it or leave it kind of thing. Okay, we're on lefty loosey. Let's go over here. Let's find that stupid drain plug. And this thing's got like 50,000 leaks. So, pardon the mess. I mean, the transmission, it's a whole Honda Odyssey. What do you expect? I got the drain plug over here. Now, one thing I will give a word of caution is that this takes 29 foot-pounds of torque to put this drain bolt on. So, you see I have my torque wrench here because I've done it just on feel before, just for this vehicle. And it did leak until I torqued it down a little bit more. So it is 29 foot-pounds. I can attest to that. And tip, angle it. See if I do this, it's not going to want to click a lot. Angle it and put pressure on it, and then it'll start coming out. Okay, so are we ready to do it by hand? Awesome. This is just going to be a backyard fast one. And the freaking, if you look over here, the pan's also leaking. Great. Always get that little bit. Always. Annoys the crap out of me. Lovely. It's all over my hands. Get it all over my tools. So let's go get a rag. Oh no, I wish I had a rag already. We still rolling? Hell yeah. Man, I look good. Alright, let's use just shop towels for now. One thing, because I'm a little spill monkey, one thing I would say, oh, is this where this stuff's coming from? I would say get yourself some of this from Ace Hardware, like $5-10 or whatever it is. Quickcrete, concrete, and asphalt cleaner. That stuff is amazing. I'll be putting it on that spill today, and I'll never have to think about it again. This is also giving me an excuse to try out my new filter remover from the Mart of Walls, Walmart. There's the oil wrench, 3/8. I love these. I'm going to use these types of oil wrenches. See if we can just put it on here like this. And go this way. Awesome. And like I say, I expect to make a complete mess here. There is the oil filter. Oh, it's too small. No. Don't tell me that. Finally had a chance to use it. Oh, angle it. Let's do the angle version. There it is. Oil filter. Now the oil filter is going to drain. So just be careful. Gotta let that bad boy drain. Got the wicks on that one, and then what do we got? Microguard. And don't forget to get your little rubby on this gasket, get some old oil. But what I would also say is just make sure that this gasket is on the oil filter coming out, because if it's not, then you're going to just spill oil everywhere, potentially damage the engine. Seen people do it, worked in shops where they did it. It doesn't end well. Alright, we got that one off. Since there's oil already all over the place, we're just gonna, what I like to do is just compare the size, just so you generally know that you got the right one, because sometimes parts stores be giving you the wrong one. Hand tighten. You gotta go crazy with it. You don't want to strip anything. Look, we also got oil there. Why? I'll tell you why. Because I'm a little spill monkey. Like I say, we'll put that quick heat stuff on it. Now my Gopro was overheating yesterday and turning itself off, so I just have to double check as we're draining the rest of this oil that it's still working. Still rolling. Good stuff, good stuff. And I put a new type of battery in it. The battery keeps going bad. Stupid batteries. But I got like 7 batteries, so I can do one job now. It's a little bit ridiculous. Ciao. Just checking, just to give you an idea about how nasty that oil was. It is black as night. See if I can get some on here. Nope, it's already drained. My dad does not take care of this car very well. I drove like 1,000 miles with almost no transmission fluid in. So guess who gets to do a transmission in about 1,000 miles? Oh look, there's almost none on the dipstick. Fantastic. Oh boy, I had to replace this thing, the coolant housing and passage before. That was a nightmare and a half. God dang, that was terrible. Hopefully I won't have to do that anytime soon. Anyway, let's see how we're doing on this side of things. Still drippity drip drip. There's a lot of stuff here. Oh man, that's not good. You see this right here? Oh crap. It means he needs a new AC compressor. Damn it. Why? That's the UV dye Freon. I've put in new pipes in for him before, if you can see that. But that looks new because I just put in some really powerful stuff, UV stuff. So crap. Anyway, so this is starting to go bloop bloop. You see that? So we're just about done with this oil change. What that is as stuff comes, yeah, you see how it's dripping now, so it's just about done. But as stuff comes down the engine, because I have to drive it off the jacks here, kind of just, as it's coming down to the bottom of the pan now, it's just coming out. But you're done with that. Remember, tidy righty. Oh, Venmo. I like Venmo. They usually give me money. Anyway, I will rate this a 10 out of 10. Those do come in different sizes, so I mean, I can't be mad. Anyway, so don't do that. Unit. Suck my unit. Measure. Okay. It's on 26. But it's on 26 kilograms per centimeter. And that's not what I want. So unit. Foot pounds. Pounds a foot. Okay, whatever. We're going to do 29. 29. Just gonna go back to ranging. Now we're going the other way. Right? Nope, we're still, there we go. I always gotta double check that. Anyway, having been a mechanic for a while, I know which way to turn this thing, but if you don't, tighty, righty, lefty, loosey. Oh, is this one a different size? Changing it up on me. There's a glitch in the matrix. Oh, what's the right size? I think. Who knows? Can we get to? Oh, there's so much oil. And then whenever you're torquing, do it from the bottom here. That way you get the most leverage and over tighten stuff. It might have actually been a 17, but whatever. It'll be fine. And then what I like to do is when it starts getting tough, I like to just go back here and make sure that the damn thing's still on. I've had them turn off on me before, and then I'm over tightening stuff. Yeah, let's go back to 17 so we get the right amount of torque. There we go. Flim flam. Look, oh, there it is. Oh. See, now I really feel like we're just over tightening it, but it says foot-pounds 29. But this is like a crush washer of all crush washers. I hate doing these. I'm scared I'm gonna strip oil pan. If I strip the oil pan, it's my money. Here we go. This is getting close. I think that's good enough. I'll run it for a little bit and we'll double check it. Just double check where we are on that torque. Because if we're at like 28 foot-pounds, then I just hate the way it mashes this thing, but it is made for it. There it is. 29. Almost there, now we're there. Alright, so then what we'll do is we'll give this a good old wipey wipe, just so we know if oil's leaking out of here or not, because it's technically, you see right here. So, I gotta hate doing these Hondas because it's 29, just feels like too much. Just do a reality check. Sure that we're still recording. We are. Funnel in, always blow it out just in case there's a little sediment. Like this. Everybody's gonna hate me for this one. Hey, maybe I'll hate myself for this one. What I like to do is get as much of this off as I can. There we go. Usually stab it. 5W20, that's what it takes, folks. And it takes 4.2 to 4.5 quarts. We're gonna just do it by feel right now. You can generally tell when something's getting low. We're halfway there because there's a meter right here. I just love how fast it flows. Okay, let's see where we are. These are gonna be your 4 quarts right here, and we're sitting here. Getting there. Just be careful not to do too much. Especially with what we just did with the drain plug. I don't screw with that drain plug anymore than I have to. Cool. There we go. That's going to be 2-ish. Make sure we're not seeing drip, 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 drip. And the cap is right here. Alright, so now what we're going to do is run it, and then when it's warm, we'll turn the engine off, and we'll check the dipstick. To check the dipstick, you pull it out, wipe it, put it back in, pull it out, and that's where it is. Probably have to find the keys first. There they are. Oh, look at me there. I just did the AC yesterday. So there we go. How's my battery doing? Man, this battery's actually killing it. I like it. So one thing I was hearing was a little bit of ticking because he's leaking oil everywhere, and he hasn't done his AC or his he hasn't done the oil for a while. He's starting to run low. That's why I pressed him to do this today. There's starting to be a little bit of a tick. 228,000 miles, but this engine is 70,000 miles old. So busy rewiring this. You got a crappy one. It wasn't that crappy. It's just the stupid brackets weren't right. Weren't right for this vehicle. They were universal, but that means that it's not going to work for any of them. Sarah. So yeah, just give it some juice and circulate a little bit. You hear the whine of the transmission there because the transmission's going out. When you hit it in reverse, it goes wah. And generally what we want to do is wait 5 minutes to kind of get all this stuff everywhere. I got kids. I can't wait 5 minutes, man. You'll get a general idea. You see that starting to rise up. Janet Weiss. Oh God, too much. Not for this old thing. So, getting hotter on the coolant. Plus, it's just a hot day. Today's just, it's beginning to be a hot day. Let's just say that. Yesterday was 104, and I was doing that wheel bearing, which the video is hopefully uploaded. And the camera kept turning off because it was overheating in the shade. And here I am wearing all black with my logo. And I'm just like, really? Really? I gotta be out here in the Gopro, which is sports mode and all this kind of stuff. Like, you can take video of you traveling the Mojave Desert and all that. No, you can't really. You know why? It's going to overheat on you. And that's about a biscuit. Alright, so we should be everywhere with the oil. Everything's starting to heat up. Unfortunately, there's no oil temperature sensor on here to let you really know that everything's kind of gone everywhere. But as you're revving the engine, it's gonna, the oil sender, oil pump sender. The oil pump is just gonna splosh fluid around everywhere. So realistically, when you're good on this, and we're going at 2,000 RPM, when you're good on the coolant temperature sensor over there, coolant temperature, when it's at kind of like where you want it to be for getting the engine hot, you're just about good enough to go check your oil. Let's go check the oil. Alright, no dripping under. I know it's hard to see, right? Like, how are you gonna know there's a giant freaking thing there? Cool. Yep. See, we're sitting right here. See right there? So, right in the middle. And we got lots of bubbles. Oh, great. I'm sure there's something else wrong with this car. Anyway, that's how you do a quick oil change. Make sure the vehicle's level when you do it, and call it a day. Cheers.